This is Father FKN
First things first, all praises to the Most High. Without Him, I wouldn't be here, and you wouldn't be here either. This is Father FKN Wrestling, and today we're gonna do a little Impact Wrestling review for September the 27th, 2019. Now, the father is a manly man, and you know how the things can get. This is the second time that I recorded this shit. You know, when you're a father, you know, children run in the room, they do things that they're not supposed to do, ask for lollipops and stuff. Give me a second. I'm not getting salt here. Brianna, come here. Come here, Bree. Here, come here. You know, when you're a manly man, you gotta do manly things. And you gotta stand on your nose. I said no about a lollipop. I said no. Brianna, come here. Come here. Here, don't tell nobody I gave you this lollipop. Shh. Okay? I love you, baby. You good baby. Yeah. That's Daddy Princess, right? Right? Okay. Okay, back to the manly stuff. The father is not soft here, but Daddy's Princess is Daddy's Princess, and that's what it is. Anyways, we're gonna move on from that and get right into it. Tonight, we're gonna do our Impact Wrestling review by starting off with the North that comes out mocking LAX. The North basically, they came out to LAX's theme music. I thought it was LAX because on the thumbnail they said they're back. You know, they fooled me. You know, but they did it real good. But Conan basically comes out and he tells them that, you know, they're basically not shit, basically, for doing that. And, you know, I thought he was gonna come out with a new LAS, but I'm glad he didn't, because I think it's too early. But instead of that, he sent out Rhino and RVD. And RVD and the North, RVD and Rhino versus the North, that was a pretty good match. We saw RVD they basically started the match with RVD versus Josh Alexander, and we saw a Rolling Thunder by RVD to Josh. They went back and forth a little bit. Josh had tagged in Ethan Page. RVD and Ethan Page go back and forth outside. And You saw a little bit of outside action by Ethan and Conan. And you saw, I guess Josh was getting ready to hit one of, I forgot who he was getting ready to hit. I think it was Rhino. I think he was going to hit Rhino with the belt. And Conan ended up grabbing the belt from Josh. And he ended up turning around, and Rhino gores him, and Rhino tells RVD to get up on the top ropes, and RVD hits Josh Alexander with the 1, the 2, and the 3 for the win. So I guess that puts them in contendership for a title match at some point. You know, that was a pretty okay match. Then we had Shira versus Cousin Jake. I gotta say, before I say anything else, this was a pretty good match. Cousin Jake is a big guy, but Shira's huge, man. Shira, basically, he started by, he took Cousin Jake to the corner. He pounds him a little bit with his fist. Jake gets out of the corner. He hits Shira with a nice elbow. He had Shira on the knee. They ended up going back and forth a little bit. Shira hits Jake with a clothesline, and then they go back and forth a little bit more. The Desi Hit Squad interferes a little bit. Shira gets Cousin Jake in the sky high for the 1, 2, 3, and after they basically Shira basically got the win. They basically beat the Deaners down more. They the Desi Hit Squad, you know, the numbers game, it comes into hand in these type of things. We all know how this goes. This is Wrestling 101. Next match, we're gonna get into who's in this match? Well, we're just gonna jump all over the place. No stock order for this. We're just gonna jump all over the place. Get them down, get them around. You know how the father gets down. This is Father FKN Wrestling. Let's hype it up. Let's keep it going. Come on, guys. You know what it is. I love this show. I love all. Let me tell you something. On YouTube, I only have 20 subscribers under my Father FKN Wrestling YouTube channel. But those are some of the best subscribers in the world. I thank my 20 subscribers, and I invite anybody else who wants to come over to YouTube and subscribe, hit the thumbnail button. You got to check me out, comment, you know, do whatever you can, like me, love me, do whatever you got to do. But thank you for the subscribers I have, and thank you for the subscribers that I'm going to have in the future. Thank you to all you guys. But you can check me out on YouTube. I'm on Spotify. I'm on Twitter. And you know, I've been doing this for at least about the podcast thing. I've been doing at least about a year now. So, you know, it's been a bumpy ride overall, but I thank you guys. But moving on from that, we're gonna get into Neil Dashwood versus Madison Rayne. This was a pretty good match. I'm not gonna lie. I told you guys one time before that WWE has a good women's roster, but Impact Wrestling, ever since its TNA days, always had a better women's roster. Now you're looking at girls like Havoc. You're looking at girls like Taya Valkyrie, Rosemary, Madison Rayne. The list goes on and on and on. Even Kiera Hogan. Kiera Hogan, watch that one. That's going to be one to watch. You guys mark my words on that one. But We have Tennille Dashwood versus Madison Rain. They go back and forth a little bit. Tennille Dashwood does a run and drop kick. Um, uh, Outside, they go back. Oh, I'm sorry. I stumbled. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, Tennille Dashwood, she does a running drop kick to Madison Rain. They do a little back and forth. Tennille Dashwood knocks Madison outside. They go back and forth outside. Madison gets Tennille. She grabs her, and Tennille basically pushes Madison off of her leg. Like, she pushes her. Like, she's sitting on the outside of the ring apron, and she's basically like pushing Madison away, and Madison tells her, you know what, I'm going. And she acts like she was gonna walk away. I guess Tennille came up and grabbed her. They get back inside of the ring. And from there on, Madison gets Tennille Dashwood in the corner ropes, and she does a back cracker, basically a moderation of the back cracker to Tennille Dashwood. Then Madison does an Irish whip to the ropes and catches Tennille Dashwood with the cutter. Then you see them go back and forth a little bit. Tennille Dashwood, she hits Madison with the big boot, then a clothesline, and she finished Madison off with a spotlight to win. That was a good match. This was a damn good match, and I do want to say that I can see Tennille Dashwood, that she is a little, I don't want to say rusty, because she hasn't been doing it that long to be rusty, but I want to say she's not polished yet. But you can see her getting better. And Madison Rain, man, that girl can go. We all know. And I like how Josh Matthews was playing the fact that that's not his wife. He was really playing into it. That was a good match. That was a good match. So what we're going to do is we're going to move on from that. And we have Ken Shamrock that calls out Moose. He looks good, man. He looks good. Moose ended up going to Ken Shamrock's MMA dojo, I guess, and he ended up. This man is funny, guys. Moose is a champ. Moose is a champ already to me. Look how huge the Moose has gotten. I hope WWE doesn't get him. I would rather him go to AEW where he could shine. But I'm gonna say it right now. I don't think he's gonna stay long in Impact Wrestling unless they put the belt on him. But he has gotten big ever since I seen him in Ring of Honor. He went from Ring of Honor to Impact Wrestling when he was with Mike the Miracle. You guys know, I don't want to say Mike Kanellis, but yeah, Mike Kanellis, the Miracle, Mike Kanellis. That was actually a good segment that Moose did. So we're gonna move on from there. Okay. We want to make sure that we got everybody. I'm missing something. Oh, I think I skipped. I could have, but I could have. Let me see. We had Dave Chris versus Tessa Blanchard. Tessa ended up winning that match. Madman Fulton, he chokeslammed Tessa like 2 times. They had to call the authorities. You know, they I guess she wants to go after his brother's title. I do have to say that Dave Chris took a nasty bump, man. I hope that guy's all right. I guess Tessa did. There was an Irish whip. I don't know if there was an Irish whip. I don't know if he just ran towards her, but he ran towards her, and she basically just scooped him over the ring. And it sounded like he called Fulton's name before the move started, as if Fulton was supposed to catch him or something. I don't know, but he didn't catch him, guys. That was a nasty bump, very nasty bump. But we're gonna move on with that. Tessa ended up winning that match, and I guess she's going on for the X Division title, which I'm really not a big fan of it, but you know, you gotta deal with it. It is what it is. It'll be a good look for her. It changes the whole foundation of how Impact looks already, which I think they're getting better every week, guys. I've been saying this ever since Dixie left. Ever since Billy Corgan came in and he also left, I've been saying that Impact has been getting better. So you can take that one with a grain of salt. I can see it on TV. I know you can see it on TV unless you're just really sticking to your company. You understand? And how your company operates, which is okay. I do want to get to this was the best segment of the night, guys. This was probably one of the best segments I saw all year in any company. We have the wedding ceremony between Brian Cage and Melissa Santos. They started the wedding off by showing Eddie. He was drunk, man. You know, he was drunk and he threw up on somebody. I don't know that guy's name, but he got puked on. Tommy Dreamer, he asked, is there anybody in the building that basically is certified to do a wedding? You know, and you know, he asked, is there a minister, a preacher, a priest, or anything? One guy stood up and said he's a doctor. Tommy said, sit down, Ariel. Then all of a sudden he said, well, do we have a minister? Give me a minister, you know. Oh man, you know, Father James, well, I'm gonna say James Mitchell, came in, you know, his demonic ass. He came in and he ended up doing the wedding. It was very funny. While he was doing their vows, he was trying to give Melissa his card, his number. This was hilarious. That was actually a good segment, but at the end, Melissa says, "Oh, that they're gonna do the rest of the party in the ring, an announcement." So they went out there. Her and Brian Cage. Sami Callihan came out. He was saying how he wanted to offer them a bottle of champagne and congratulations to them, and you know, throwing in some Bound for Glory. You know, we need that a little bit of heel antics there. But what got me, this man act like he was gonna hit Brian Cage and ended up smashing the champagne bottle in Melissa Santos' face. Oh my goodness. I don't know if this was a work, guys, which it was. We all know it was a work, but man, it's just, they did really good. They did really good. Everybody played their part very well. And in this wedding segment, and this probably was the best part of the night for me. This was the Father FKN Wrestling segment of the night. And guys, I want to leave you with so you already know what to do. If you're a follower of the Father, you come over on YouTube. You hit the subscribe button. You hit the thumbnail button. You subscribe to me. You check me. You like me. And you subscribe. Very important to subscribe. I see some people, they hit the views, but they don't want to subscribe. No problem. But the Father says, if you don't subscribe, then I don't thrive. And that's the bottom line.
This is Father FKN Wrestling.